Investigate factor pairs, arrays, and their equations. Okay, this is all about multiplication. So, being a fourth grader, moving through this, one of the big skills that you're building this year is your multiplication sense. Okay, there's a couple of ideas that you're going to be looking into with this. One is called the identity property. Okay, identity starts with an I. I guess this is why I remember it. A big capital I kind of looks like a 1. Identity property means anything times 1. Okay, 14 times 1 is 14. Its identity, are you guys okay with this idea, identity? Its identity did not change. Identity property of multiplication times 1, the identity does not change. Are we okay with that? Easy stuff, right? When I wanted to point out when it comes to the names, the labels of a multiplication problem, the two numbers which are being multiplied are called factors. Okay? And the name of the number which results as the multiplication problem is called the product. Thank you that I said that the other day. It's called the product. Okay? So when we say factor pairs, I hope you're understanding that pairs, like a pair of shoes, right? It means there's two of them. Okay? So factor pairs, what we have is one of the factor pairs is 14 and 1 for 14, right? The other property, and I think I mislabeled this the other day. I called it the reciprocal property. It's not the reciprocal property. I assume fractions. Put that out of your mind. It's called the communicative property. Communicative property means that you can switch it. So it works in addition and multiplication. It does not work in subtraction or division. Okay, so you can switch at any moment to get the same, and it's the same as when we're looking at this, when you were doing like the arrays and you did a 4x2, and you'll actually I want to show you something too with language. These two arrays are the same. Would you agree? It's just that we've turned it. This one, maybe we call it the length and the width. We call it a 4x2, and you might see it written just like a multiplication problem, 4x2, okay? Or a 2x4, yes, exactly. But as it turns out, regardless, because of the communicative property, if I turn it this way, 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 they both equal 8, okay? So we're in good shape with that, okay? So today when you're listing factor pairs, it was brought up, can I switch them when I list them? Yes, you should be switching them when you list them. So if you get this number, right, 14, you're going to be asked to list the factor pairs, and you're going to want to list them 14 times 1, 1 times 14. It also brought up that it was 2 times 7, and 7 times 2. And that's the entirety of that answer with this. Are we okay with this? Excellent. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your light moments there. I want to give you a little trick. Okay. If you have a number, I'm trying to think if this is true. When you're thinking of factor pairs, you can look at them like this. I think I've seen a tree. So I know 14 times 1. Are we okay with this? Okay. Then I can break 14 down into 7 times 2. Are we okay with this? Can I multiply? Are there factors that equal 7? Yeah, 7 and 1, right? But haven't I, and then 2 and 1, right? Okay. So I've already listed, so even though I'm breaking this all the way down, I've already listed 7 once. I've already listed 2 once. I've already listed the 1. So I don't need to look at the ones. So really your factors, when you're looking at factors, it really is just what, as far as you can break it down. Are we okay with that?